court and a judge's order already saying I get full disclosure, everything. So, what's going to happen here? I want justice. I want a fair trial. I want to represent myself. And the other lawyer, Michael McKean, wanted me to plead guilty in February 11th. And he didn't show up. And this cop was standing in representing me in mental health court, and the judge is on the record saying this is a guilty plea. This man in front of us right now is obstructing justice. He's a crooked cop, and I want to question him in front of a jury, and he's going to jail for conspiracy.
In front of a jury?
I want a jury trial. I've been saying a jury trial for the last year now, and it ended up in a judge trial. Why am I getting this?
I don't know. I guess the Crown...
I think there's been the Crown is going to elect to proceed summarily, okay. And of course...
It'll be taken away from the jury case.
Why?
And I've always indicated that, but that's the Crown election.
Has that choice.
Oh, so that helps his case then get a conviction without fair justice. Under the charter, I'm right to a fair trial, and I can prove through all the disclosures and all the disclosure hearings that the court is biased. I've seen 20 judges in this matter now, and no one seems to understand Stitchcom 1991, and Judge Clark was supposed to make a choice if I'm going to get disclosure or not, and he just vanished. After July 28th, he vanished. So I want Judge Clark here to basically stand up here.
If you want to see Judge Clark, he's in 102 court.
He is, Your Honor. That's what I'm told.
But I don't want to see a psychiatrist. I refuse to see a psychiatrist.
I don't know what will happen. They have to...
the Crown will make its application. Your Honor's heard quite a bit of the accused submissions.
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit, but I think it should be formalized.
All right, so we'll continue then with the application.
Yeah, and we'll just... I'm going to send it to 102 court where the expert judges are. Judge Clark.
All right, so Your Honor wishes to reverse this matter. Do you have Mr. Katsikaris' request?
I just want to hear some of what was said when I wasn't here.
All right, fair enough. So perhaps we could swear Detective Kilby on the Crown application for a fitness assessment.
Please state your full name.
It's Jim Kilby, K-I-L-L-B.
Oh, that's your name.
Do you swear the evidence you're about to give before this proceeding shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So, Detective Kilby, I understand that you're a member of the York Regional Police Force. Is that
yes.
right? And how long have you been a police officer with the York Region?
29 years.
All right. And I understand through your involvement with your work as a police officer, you were assigned the officer in charge duties with respect to this matter that has brought you here today.
Yes.
And now, because I'm calling you just for some very narrow grounds, I'm not going to ask you whether you have notes or qualify any notes, because I'm just going to ask about whether or not you were present during our brief break that happened this morning when His Honor afforded the Crown the opportunity to provide a playing of the audio statement of Paul Martin and any videos that I proposed to rely on and any videos disclosed earlier but not picked up. And so, were you in fact in 123 court during the break?
I was.
And who was present?
Security officers were here. Mr. Katsikaris was here. His brother Chris was here. Mr. Katsikaris' father was seated in the back of the courtroom.
So at this stage, Your Honor, I see that Mr. Katsikaris has his brother who's sitting here and his father here. If those persons were going to be called as witnesses on this application, then the Crown would seek an order excluding witnesses so that the integrity of any evidence.
I just want to hear a little bit of information so I have some basis to send it to 102.
Fair enough, sir.
If there is a basis.
Right. So, Detective Kilby, what was said by Mr. Katsikaris during that break in the context of being offered a chance to view his disclosure here today?
Mr. Katsikaris said that he wanted to be heard, he wanted a trial. He wasn't interested in viewing any of the documents. He said that this case is about E. coli, about contamination of water, about a greater government conspiracy. He included myself in the conspiracy, he included you in the conspiracy, and he included His Honor presiding today in the conspiracy.
Yes. And so the conspiracy, just in terms of his demeanor while he was expressing his concerns about the conspiracy, including His Honor, how would you be able to describe the demeanor of Mr. Katsikaris during this process?
Angry, agitated, and highly excited.
Yes, I am. And why is that, Mr. Flaherty, you think I'm so angry? Why is that? Why am I so angry? It's been a year driving me all over the province of Ontario and attacking me with a SWAT team. I think I'm actually being pretty civil since I'm not swearing and cursing in here. And you don't want to answer why the bail conditions have changed. Why have the bail conditions changed, Mr. Flaherty, since you're so benevolent?
So Your Honor,
So he doesn't want to talk about it. Doesn't want to talk about the bail conditions. There you go.
I note that Mr. Katsikaris is speaking. One of the things the Crown wishes to do is be able to ask questions of the witness. And so, Mr. Katsikaris, would it be okay if I continue asking the officer questions?
I want to be able to cross-examine Jim Kilby since I just found out his name. Is that okay, Your Honor, after the Crown's done with him?
I just need to have a basis for sending this to 102 court.
Right.
We're not getting into...
Well, we need to have a psychiatric report to say that I'm crazy or something before it even gets to 102. You need the paperwork. You need a doctor's statement. There's none of that. You're basically going on a hypothesis because you're trying to cover up corruption. I am well versed in Canadian law, and it seems like you're not. You don't even want to talk about Stitchcom. You want to use your opinion. We're going to trial with a full jury. What are you afraid of? If I'm so guilty of a crime, Mr. Flaherty, what are you afraid of going with a full jury trial and disclosing all the information? You're trying to twist the law and only use fragments of the case. And just for your notes, Your Honor, there's over 50 pages also missing from the disclosure. 50 pages have been edited. Why so much?
All right, so I'm satisfied then.
All right. So I won't ask any more questions. I'll allow Mr. Katsikaris to examine Detective Kilby, but perhaps just to assist...
No.
Oh, I don't get to examine.
No.
This is an obstruction of justice.
No.
You have no grounds of doing this to me. No grounds. You need some kind of doctor's report to put me in 102 to see a psychiatrist.
Point of 102 court.
Oh, great. Charter rights and freedoms, all struck down. Stitchcom 1991 struck down. Making me drive all over the province.
And I will not be the trial judge.
Yeah, because you're going to be involved in conspiracy.
Well, you've already accused me of being in a conspiracy.
You're not letting me talk. You're just basically going around with your buddy here. I've been with 20 judges over the last year. You're all part of the same street gang as far as I'm concerned. You're obstructing justice.
Now,
Full trial.
How does he get to 102 court if he
Well,
doesn't...
Hey, I don't know my way down there.
To appear in 102 court as a traversed matter,
Yes, okay.
and we will take it downstairs. And the only other thing is, though, what I can say is this, is that if
I'm going to have to sue the Attorney General. If you guys don't want to play by the rules of this country, you're going to get sued. You're all getting sued.
Further,
I need disclosure for lawsuit. And there's also a letter of complaint to the Attorney General.
I think we will just send it to 102.
Yeah, send it down there. Yeah, obstruction of justice. That's what's going on here. Defend mother and country. Shame on you all. Traitors. You're all traitors. You're so afraid to go to court.
And I'm not going to do...
Yeah. Save yourself some jail time. Oh yeah, 102. It's going to be all on the record, Mr. Flaherty. And I have disclosure to give you, sir, so you're going to look very silly in trial when I show that I have a letter from...